a life and death situation warranting immediate action by the men and women here. The team is in a hurry to meet this need to save the patient. Per their protocols, it should not take more than 7 minutes for such a request to be honored.
We have very ambitious time target where once an order comes in, the longest it has to delay within us is 7 minutes. So we have two sections, the fulfillment area and then the flight ops area. The fulfillment area, our target is to process the package out of here in 3 minutes. The flight ops area also have an ambitious target of doing so within 2 minutes.
All the checks have been done on the destination of the drone.
On the average, we make around 100 deliveries in a day. However, on a very busy day, we are able to fly as many as 150, 152 deliveries actually to health facilities. And also on a very busy day, we can have about 40 to 50 health facilities actually call in a day. So on an average, we have about 70 health facilities to 77 health facilities actually calling within the span of a week for our services.
This drone is on its way to Kubori Health Center in the Mamprugu Mwakduri district of the Northeast region.
Getting into Mamprugu Mwakduri from Tamale, you have to go through Bolga, go to Navrango, go to Sandema from BC before you go to Mamprugu Mwakduri district. And that will take you about 6 hours because the road is not very good. However, with our drones, it is just a 32 minutes flight to these facilities, and then they're able to get the essential medicine that they actually want.
In exactly 30 minutes, we saw the drone in the skies of Kubori. 2 minutes after, the parachute compartment opened for the package drugs to drop. Every day, facilities like the Kubori Health Center rely on the drones to help them save lives of patients who visit them.
Most of the time, we used to have shortage of medical supplies for not less than 2 to 3 weeks before we normally get our supplies. And most of the times, when clients come, there are certain medical products that even when you prescribe for them, they can't get it within the district to buy, unless they go to Waliwali or Sandema or Navrongo, where they can get a pharmacy to buy those supplies. And you can imagine an emergency that you will need a medical emergency drug to save a life, that the person have to travel not less than 3 hours to Sandema or Navrongo before they could get those supplies for you to save a life. It used to actually affect us greatly, and actually we used to lose a lot of lives due to these kind of difficulties that we used to face during the...
Over the last 4 years, the NPP has been building the pillars for transforming Ghana for all.
Almost say no.
Don't let us go back. Let's protect the progress we are making this December. Vote the NPP to continue with the leadership of service. For more, for Nana to do more for you.
Ago! Ago! Abatom rene druho biemu. Na nia wo koto aba ma no. Wadwene ho. Bisa wo ho se nia wo koto aba ma no 7 preduasa omu wu kwasiada. Ayo! Yeti omemu ha. Ena wo yonko be fa yen sika 15 million Ghana cedis. Ya etimisi suku adan mako 720. Ode koye den ya. Ose ode koye en confirm amayen. Besine yenhu akonfirm ntakrampo. Na yehu ni nkosua. Ye bisa no a ohwe wanim, hwe manim, hwe 7 preduasa wose ene woni akokra ne abrewa anim. Ene Ghana fo nyina anim. Eka kire yen se en confirm na tuko Burkina Faso. Na sa nipa yi asan aba se to aba manu a dwene ho emfa nyama nyosem dwene ho obu say dwene ho mama ya nyine ho onyonko ba ye na soafo a eka ne ho maako enwotwe ene gu afiase maako aduonunum nso ena mrasa won ewo ketase hye ene proye ho wadwene ho mama ya nyine ho dwene ho inti se onyonko saba na ochina obeka kire yen se bonsu abamini oman ni sika nyina akọ epumu a edien na obeka wadwene ho ne otiso yi eba wo sey nyina wayo free SHS, 1 district, 1 factory, 1 district, 1 dam, 1 constituency, 1 ambulance. Any near keka ho bebre. Wadwene ho. Mama yanyini ho. Kwase abuo nie. Osi ade yonie. Wadwene ho. Dwene ho. Tamale. Soga kope. Incline. Kumase. Kotokraba fue. Takra the market circle fue. Munyine ho. December 7th, Eda number 1. Vote number 1. Vote Nana Addo down kwa akufo-addo. Ye chire wi ase afana ba bia se ya dwene ho.
Abusiafo ahade ebrew monam
Abusiafani ye ba ya de chopa ne nam ye dada ye gya ne fie nan ya twam eno anti na ya ba be fa ya de akọ
hey ma ba se mo be fa amagana de na akọ John unni nkaye hwe kwan ya odi me be fa so atete ye ohia ekom di ku me nananum wasa ba so ba be fa na akọ wanye ni kunu Mr. Addo number 1 ama wo sempa wo so aba so be fa wo de wakọ
hey John Inti still our for say we was short memory oh. Hey, atiti na o de me fem no me kai pa. Ye Mr. Addo ayama me. Watch me ahwe me mei. Wa hwe. Look. School no mo call free o. Light free, esio free. Omo did free. Me nti ahwe. Ti me want to me papa.
Daddy, please be kind. Can't go back to that 4 years of suffering and depression. Please.
Dad. And yeah, Mr. Addo ne buy a brabo man. And can you say a brabo?
No, sir. My mistakes.
so nti na ya ba be fa
ka wanu tum school chalk mpo wantimi anto akonta we are incompetent wo mre atwam John enso hwe no a wo tworo ye no wa feli eti kope ba bi tena
Show boy. We are my number 1.
From miles and miles away, technology has been able to address this challenge. Just sitting at the Avopsi office, the drones are able to serve about 256 health facilities. On a full scale, however, it can serve about 500 health facilities.
As you know, we have 4 centers now supporting parts of the country. They've done supporting currently about 1,000 facilities, and they have delivered more than 2.8 million supplies across these centers.
So we are building gradually and strengthening our health systems, and I believe that equitable distribution of equity healthcare delivery will soon be achieved with some of these interventions.
We have a major challenge in Ghana, in many developing countries, and that is the problem of, remote areas. If there is a snake bite and you need snake serum, how long would it take for that to get to you if you don't have a hospital nearby which has the stock? You may even have a hospital nearby and you may not have snake serum. If a woman is about to deliver and needs blood, moving from, maybe islands in Afram Plains, how do you get, the blood supplies when you need to go by canoe and all of that? It becomes very, very difficult. So we have been thinking of how to address these problems and we found out about the zipline technology.
The VOPSI Zipline office is located in the Northeast region.
It's like God loves Ghana more than any other country in this world. If we didn't have these drone services in the Northeast region during the peak of the floods, I don't know what would have really happened.
The VOPSI Zipline base appears to be the busiest in the country, though it was commissioned only in September.
Almost every day, they have to get this to be able to save people's lives. Whether midnight, whether in the day time, whether whichever time it is, it was the drone services that was used to save lives.
Looking back, there seems to have been some foresight on our part to leverage on technology. And this is why, I believe that developing countries have more to gain, the upside, using technology than even the developed countries.
We use Zipline for a variety of services. They deliver vaccines to us, they deliver medications we don't currently have in stock, they deliver blood and blood products to us at all times of the day, odd hours of the day. Whenever we make requests, we get deliveries brought to us promptly.
Aside the VOPSI base in Wale Wale, the drone services are operational in Omenako in the eastern region, Mampong in Ashanti, and Sefioso in the western region. The zipline technology has brought health professionals so much relief.
Because of the nature of our operation, we are better placed to be able to serve at speed the anti-snake and anti-rabies more, because those are things that you need quickly and the patient will need it. And in a matter of seconds, the patient may lose their life, so we are better placed to be able to serve those. So we get quite a number of those orders.
The help of Zipline, now we don't usually do the referral. If you can get the drugs from them, that is if they have in stock those drugs. So we just order those medications and within 10 to 15 minutes, it's available when we administer.
Their impact was felt more, especially in the heat of the COVID-19 pandemic.
With COVID, the drone started flying samples from the hinterlands to Omenako, and from there continued by road to Noguchi, so that they could test in good time to take results back. Phenomenal.
For doctors and their nurses, their joy is from the fact that referrals to bigger facilities have reduced. There are plans for the drone service to cover the entire country.
We are hoping that next year we will have coverage for the whole of Ghana. Right now we have 4 main centers. We need an additional 4 centers for 100% coverage of all of Ghana, and I think it's very, very important. And I hear a parliamentarian, in fact, made that request that we should get coverage for all of Ghana. And he wasn't an MPP parliamentarian, he was an NDC parliamentarian. And it's good that that thinking has changed about how helpful the drones have been. We are at a cutting edge of technology, and Ghana is one of the leading countries in the world.
I hear the incompetent one says he wants to come back.
Papa no, unim no, Papa no, ukai no, Papa no, nipo shenye, uchi mana, ubisim. Teachers alawa, ochem. Nurses alawa, ochem. Hey, some ukai do so, yetem. Graduate employment is the same. Papa no, unim no, Papa no, ukai no, Papa no. Shenye, Uchimana, Obisim, free SHS, Obekulu, hey, Alawa, Obesajem, Napkoni de Gekahua, Obekulu, MPP, Putumenina, reverse. Yeah. the talk. Number 1. Nana Addo Dankwa akufo-addo. Number 1. Onuno dikai ewa batwo krata no so. Number 1. Nana no wunim no. Nana nie odasro Addo show boy. Ne boshe jise wanka na edim. Free SHS. Wayo. Planting for food near edim. 1D 1F. Wayo. One village, one dam. Every consti, one ambulance. In Babulu Napku. Free water and electricity. One hour with the Kabanke Bubunina. What you are, Ogusutia, Obetuanina. I will press him, Yamman, and Twazo, Nana Twazo, Nana Twazo. Pani piano, Sabina de Comodino, Bearman Sinsium now a ham, Bema need to make it annual. If ye 9 pony minia, Nafranam Sababa Twaso, Gana Puto than Akomaso, yes, Ramo Mumani Twaso. Oh, 100 hospitals, National Rental Assistance, Guarantee free student loans, 6 regional hospitals. Nana Addo Dankwa akufo-addo. Nena bedi eche dota baumia. 4 more to do more. Nana no. Wunim no. Nana nie. Wukai no. Addo show boy. Ne boshe. Jise wanka na edin.
Senior, unti dey agree for neka.
At the end this for the transfer for Fran.
Almost say omba be TVET free.
So unim say sanko for the omo parking kan. It's MPP free TVET about 2017. Omo passes omo hu ya na.
And the omo campaign that to issue.
Right. Unim say ejumen kakra na me ya me de hwe me no. In 2017, akosu anya admission with Tematech. Me ko bisaya. Omo say free. Sir, free. This year ya no we school. 3 solid years. Went here capre.
Me kwa no. Free TVET apprenticeship training ya be. Masa na di kan ko yo. Ana me su mi ko bi. Na se me kwa ye ma misika. Ma me fa kana me di wi a check me hafa.
Masa. Yeah, agenda down.
Under the NPP government, TVET has seen massive expansion in infrastructure and retooling of workshops with $200 million set aside for skills and job training beginning January 2021. Vote for Nana Addo Dankwa akufo-addo, number 1 on the ballot.
Efera, eri asababa,
mama na kakrabe, wenya school ibi. Na wodo ko to school fees. Skasu yin ho. Mo nya ayo. Nti ma baba nya odo me gi. Mwe me do ho ko bom na mo koton. Na me school fees ma na mo do ko.
Eri efera, announcement ni dede na dewura wo bobebebe nti hwe.
Ben
SHS ya school nti se o ye free. Idi fili kadoji. Me bebe nyini nya owo mi nchen. Dan when you school bi nya na me de no kwai. Manto books, manto squanta, manto she.
Damehu.
No nyenda sakola no nya board na. Bottle trunk na chow box. Ana no nya mankinkiti bi. E dey so a azu onya se be man pocket money. Ana no lol for the boko school.
Me da sa afi. Obi yi obi kire. Ne free SHS. Oya no kwal true.
Yanom muntie omampanyi bi de Ghana ahohiahiam wo de pebre na hwe de ekoso e wona mamuo mu
yewura omanfo ho akere won e na wote ha agi wani yese wo de oman no akosi awowa e wo IMF e ma yemfa obi adwumam asukufo awie school titifie enya adwuma anye amakro no bo ene awudie ekosoro omo se ekom de won na ahokyere aba won so school fees ekosoro nanso na akufo-addo se oba obeye SHS free ama obi akobi
Obwa ontimi nye free SHS 419
yesi watwa teacher for ne nurse for alawam ama ebinu mutetifie
ane betwam masisi edwa school adan hospitals ayiyi akwan edie na menyema Ghana for
se wososo awudie proye ene ketase hye sododo afei nso dumso ama wonnwuma nyina won fidie nyina sesei de wo ye Ghana for yi de se brebi so na se wo hia wo mo ase won to aba ma wo a anhwe a won fi wo
Chia Ghana for the enchena wo yure free asam enfa ho de meye bia abane de duru ha ombeto amame
Ghana for mosampa o
Brani da so esaye no Ghana de esu ni kotosre ko nyame anim na ehu dadwen beto barima kokodufo nyansani ose ade ayo adwumawura nana akufo-addo so
The battle is the Lord.
MPP nana akufo-addo so yi Ghana fo free nkwaso mu dum so watwam atichafo ne nurse fo allowance ani wone a ozi kakrabia ade won ka no nana akufo-addo showboy watua ne nyina onam one district one factory NAPCO planting for food and jobs so afa nipa opepepe adwumam waboa ama asumdue abadabon ane ne mpatamu COVID-19 bai Ghana for dadwen beye ne dadwen free SHS mpodie ye nanka sayeka de nana ya ade abesa ye abato bre na sa adubio papa no sa ye niti na muntie no
Ago Ghana for my sama ba o de meye bia mo fanchemi so moto aba na mamia free SHS nurse any teacher for allowance min twemu da mesisi mo kire amamo so we school na wunya adwuma anya memo wachi okada
we are man bata na okofo enti abato bra no so a entina fie fra wonyonko no fra ne nyonko na mokoto aba no bum mananado hwa de odika wa abato kata no so
Ghana's public health system had been lacking many things, including emergency medical services.
We had a national ambulance service that was pretty much broken.
You get up, go to the office just to turn away calls because clients will definitely call you. We need an ambulance, and all you are sitting down doing is, we don't have an ambulance, we don't have an ambulance.
The impact of this was catastrophic. Many lives were lost.
Attempts to carry my chairman on the motorbike to get him to Agogo, which is the next biggest hospital. By the time they go to Agogo, the venom had traveled all the way to his heart. And so we lost him, unfortunately.
It got a point that people actually started not patronizing our services because they'll call and they'll have to wait for 1 hour. They'll have to wait for 2 hours and probably the whole day, and they won't even get the ambulance.
Ghana certainly cannot meet the 2030 universal health coverage with this. President Akufo-Addo's solemn promise to revamp the National Ambulance Service was honored in January 2020.
I'm really happy that finally this day has come to meet us. This is the day the Lord has made, and we should rejoice in it. This ceremony is a very good way to begin the year.
Ever since independence, we've never had 307 ambulances in the country. And this is international standard, not those kind of ambulances that we used to buy in the country. It is an international standard. So as a woman under the ministry that procured this ambulance, I thank God, and I also thank the President for giving me that opportunity because he has a vision and he asked me to implement it.
The National Ambulance Service, led by Professor Ahmed Zakaria, had for years been waiting for a day like this.
We have every reason to be very happy, not just because it has made our work easy, also the fact that it has helped improve the quality of care when you look at the pre-hospital emergency care services.
Now, patients who are
arriving here in ambulances, all of them. There is a prior notification to our center here to inform the nurses and the doctors to be in readiness to see the patient. But some patients arrive here when beds are prepared for them, and we know sometimes the operational diagnosis, even on the ambulance or from the centers that they are coming with, so that we prepare for their management before they arrive here. And these are all translating in better outcomes.
This is one major intervention the government is extremely excited about.
I told the president on the days, Mr. President, tonight I will sleep.
Woman was pregnant with twins, and she actually delivered in the ambulance, and our emergency medical technicians were able to manage, help her and assist her to deliver the twins. So they managed her until they got to Presby Hospital. So when the story came to my notice, I was like, so imagine this patient, this particular woman was still on the motorbike. How bad would the situation have been?
Beneficiaries recount what the repercussions would have been if every constituency there had no ambulance. Let's first start with Muhammad Al Hassan, whose wife delivered at home while waiting for an ambulance.
I was having unrest. I couldn't sit down till the ambulance arrived.
Muhammad recalls exactly what the team did to revive his wife before they got to the hospital. This young man, Abubakar Sadiq, who survived a recent road traffic accident, shares his experience with the ambulance service.
When we just land, the guy just crashed me and lined out. People were just surrounding there. One of them decided to call the ambulance. When they called the ambulance, less than 5 minutes, they were there. So they picked me to the hospital first, and they attended to me and dressed me and gave me some medicines to cure me. The way I was bleeding, if they were not able to attend, I think I would have collapsed there, because the blood was turning back to my head. I was bleeding through my nose and the eyes, so it was turning back.
Nyaba Al Hassan Naili and his wife dialed the 112 emergency number, and within 15 minutes, they arrived to pick his wife, who was carrying twins, to the Tamale Teaching Hospital.
We feel good, because otherwise we should have get problem with it. So we feel good. So they have done well for us.
They all survived. In the past, they would have been part of Ghana's maternal mortality figures.
The main cause of maternal mortality is delay, and we have 3 delays. Delay in seeking health care, delay in accessing health care, and then delay in receiving health care. So my main concern is the second delay, which is delay in accessing health care. Now, delay in accessing health care after the patient has taken the decision to go to hospital. It is now the responsibility of the ambulance to transport. Yeah. So now the means of transport now is the ambulance. So because of that, it helps to reduce maternal mortality drastically in the region.
I thank God for giving Nana Akufo-Addo this vision to bring all of this on board for this country. We want to, of course, build upon what we have done or what we are doing. We have to protect what we are doing, build upon it, and do more. Of course, we are not where we ought to be yet. We want to see healthcare more accessible. There are many districts that don't have hospitals. We have Agenda 111, which means one district, one hospital. So there's a lot more that we want to do. We want to focus a lot on telemedicine, use technology to do telemedicine, and that is going to be a focus for us in our next term, God willing.